Okay, we will start now. Today is August 8, 2002. 9. August 9, 2002. See, so far we are done with 3 sessions. And this is the 4th session in the regular classes. What we have done in last 3 sessions, just to let you know, okay, last 3 sessions, we discussed about application and types of applications. Application, types of applications and advantages of having framework and implementation application structure. What is the advantage of this having this structure? This is one point we discussed like one day, and after that for the same we have seen practical. Last 3 days we are done with first day, we are done with this, and then day 2, I mean like that's a continuation. Later we have seen practical of above, that is how to create application, practical of creating FW and IMPL app, one on top of another. So creating framework application and creating implementation application. So that was being done yesterday. Yesterday we are done with practical. See, I will show you the output result of yesterday's practical diagrammatical. I think I have saved one diagram, right? Okay, anyhow, did I save that or not? What is your application? GMAC. Okay, see here, we know that when we purchase Pega platform and when we install it, Pega platform contains one application, OOTB application. OOTB means predefined application. That is the base for any application you create. So installing Pega platform, after that we started creating our business applications, where we have created GMAC insurance business framework application and GMAC vehicle insurance implementation application. 2 applications we created in the last class. What is the order that we have created? Okay, and we created GMAC framework application on top of Pega rules process commanders Pega platform application. Pega rules process commander Pega platform application is there, which contains so many OOTB functionalities, It has so many OOTB functionalities. Okay, we want to utilize those functionalities or access those functionalities into our business application, How can you achieve that? You need to connect these 2 applications. Okay, that is, you should create GMAC framework application connecting to Pega platform application on top of it. Understand? That's what we have done yesterday. Completed. Next, we want to come up with an implementation application which can utilize the features of GMAC framework. For that, what should we do? We should create GMAC vehicle insurance implementation application connecting to the framework application. So we have created it on top of framework application. That's what practically we have done. After yesterday's practical is completed, we got this structure created. Okay, we created our framework application on top of implementation application and on top of Pega platform. We created our framework application on top of Pega platform, and we created implementation application on top of framework application. That's what we achieved. 3 bread slices, one on top of another. Understand? The same when we log into implementation application. I will log into implementation and show you. Okay, so both applications I will log in and show you. I'll prepare a document. You don't need to write anything. Okay, just follow closely. Okay, just follow the document. This is very, very important. Okay. So understanding the application structure. So we created, right? So last class we created FW and IMPL applications. Yesterday, at last moment, I was not able to clearly show you that application hierarchy and all. Okay, I will show you now. See, let's log into implementation application. This is the observation we are making. Okay, let's log into which application? IMPL application. So do you remember that implementation application ID password? What is our batch number? 609. So today, August 9th, this document I will be sharing you. Okay, here you go now. Dev IMPL implementation @gmac.com. That is the login ID I have created for my application. That's just a simply you give and submit, it will create automatically. We have seen yesterday how to create. Any one of you, if you have missed yesterday's session, this may not be 100% clear, but try to follow. Watch yesterday's video and this video, it will be 100% clear. Okay, password I have given, I remember I have given roles. While you are practicing, you might have given any password of your wish, you proceed accordingly. Okay, I have logged into implementation application. See, when we log into application as a developer, always by default Pega is loading App Studio, which we will be learning in the future. I don't want it now. Simply this is for developer. Okay, development environment, but this is an express development. Express development means shortcut of developing the things. That is just a 5% of your development tasks. 100% all the features you want to see in the development perspective, you have to go to which studio? Dev Studio. Dev stands for developer. Okay, development studio. So switch to Dev Studio. Switch to Dev Studio. You know how to do that. Yesterday I have shown you. Someone was asking something. What was that? Hold on. Sir, should we create login details for every new FWC? Every new application you create, irrespective of type of application. As of now, you create login credentials for each one separately. It is possible you have only one login for 10 applications. Possible. We will be learning in future. Okay, as of now, for every application, create one unique login ID, keep it with you. Okay, that's follow that. Okay, and switch to Dev Studio. I switch it to Dev Studio. So this is Dev Studio. This is how you'll be getting actually. Hold on. You'll be getting the left panel like this. So after you switch here, click on App Explorer. Click on App Explorer. Click on App Explorer. I am going to click on App Explorer. Why? You don't know. But just I am going to explain you something here. On top here you see, I logged into implementation application. Which application I have logged into? I have logged into implementation application. You can see the diagram. See, diagrammatically you see. This place I have logged in now. If you log into this place, you will get access to below one, as well as you will get access to complete bottom one. Means if you log in here, how many total number of applications you can access? Two.
Applications.
Closely see there and tell me.
Two applications.
I'm not asking how many additional applications. Total how many applications you get access?
Three applications.
Currently logged in application you will access built on. I mean, like, this is called as built on application. What is this called as? Built. I'll tell you. This application top level is built on which application? Framework. Correct. Generally, if you speak in English, this application is built on this application. Correct. This is called a built on application. The middle one is called as, this is built on application for above. And what about this one? This is built on application for
Framework application.
Above one, framework one. You understand that? Okay. We will come to the terminology. Okay. Now, when log into implementation application, you click on this just simply to see what is there. Click on this 3 applications link. Okay, how many applications you are seeing? Click on 3 applications link. Just you click on that. As we see 3 applications there. By login to implementation application, we can access implementation plus framework plus Pega platform. PP stands for Pega platform. That's the understanding and idea I wanted to give you. Done. Log off. Then login back into FW application. You can tell me now, before I log in itself, please tell me, if I log into FW application, how many applications it is going to show?
2 applications.
2 applications.
When you log in this level, current application you will get access to, and built on application you will get access to. See now, I am going to log into FW application. Dev FW @what? gmac.com. I don't remember this. Few days you have to tell me for few days. Okay, where is that password? I don't remember actually. No, I did not change it. Did I? We did not log in. That's the reason why I have copied that password here. I copied the password because I don't remember it.
This is for IMP.
That is implementation.
Thank you. Yeah, you can be on mute. Thank you. And you see now, I am going to log in here. This is the password. For the first time when you log in, what will happen? First time login. This is first time login. So I'm going to do what? Change password. Just hold on. So I'll copy that. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to copy again because I copied a screenshot. Okay, here you go. Password I'm giving rules. You can give same password for anything. That's okay. So it will get you into framework application. Which studio will be displayed? App Studio. App Studio will get loaded. But I will switch to Dev Studio to get the full capabilities of development. Okay. So wait for a time, for a while, it will be loading slowly. Okay. So here you go, App Studio to Dev Studio. Dev Studio. The similar way you switch, and thereafter you go to App Explorer. That's the same process. See here, left panel is not loading for me. If I minimize this browser and then maximize again, it will be loading. I don't know why. Okay. So here you go. Click on 2 applications. You see how many? So by login to FW app, we can access FW plus Pega platform, but not IMPL, because that's a above one. It cannot see. This is just for your information. Understand clear? This part is done. Just for your information, the structure I have shown you. I will ask you one question. Can you tell me? Suppose, for example, you created framework application. You created implementation application. As per the process you followed, everything is done. You logged into implementation application and you go to App Explorer. There you are seeing only 2 applications. One is implementation application name. Second one you are seeing Pega platform. But you are expecting 3. But you are seeing 2 only. Why? What is the
implementation
reason?
is done on Pega platform without doing the framework.
Yes, we are not using that framework. That's why it's showing like that.
You made a mistake. You forgot to create implementation on framework. By mistake, you directly created an implementation. You understand what is the mistake you have done? You created framework on top of Pega platform. Okay. Later you thought of creating implementation on top of framework, but you forgot and you proceeded with default option there. Build from scratch and you created on top of Pega platform only.
Okay.
Completed. Creation is completed. But now you want to achieve this one. What is that? You want to bring your implementation to framework from Pega platform. Still you want to achieve this. Practically is completed. You made a mistake. You realized what is the mistake that has been done. But later you want to correct yourself. So taking this implementation from Pega platform onto framework you wanted to do. So where do you make these changes? So for this to know about, you need to know about the relation between these applications. See, practically while you're working on forward engineering, what we have practiced yesterday is called as forward engineering. Forward engineering means you have created all the computer peripherals, components, everything, and you assembled all those. Forward engineering. Okay. Now reverse engineering means you are trying to examine the existing system and you replace something. It's a reverse engineer process. Forward engineering means creating something new from the scratch. Reverse engineering means already created. You are trying to look at the design. Like a bike is being manufactured at manufacturing unit, right? That's forward engineering. A mechanic is trying to repair it and replace the components. That's what called as reverse engineering. So reverse engineering learning is most important. Forward engineering anyone can do. That's not a big deal. Okay. So reverse engineering is most important if you are a software developer. Now you made a mistake, right? What is the mistake you have made? You forgot to create implementation on top of framework. Instead you create on Pega platform. But you wanted to achieve your goal by making the changes. If you want to do that, you should clearly know about the design aspects of this application hierarchy. Design aspects we have to look into now. We are not only learning about simply creating by navigations. We are also trying to learn the design of Pega rules process commander, where the link is made between implementation to framework. Here framework is called as built on application for this implementation, correct? Here Pega platform is called as built on application for this framework, correct? Where is this built on application relation defined in Pega? Okay, I will show you that. So this is an examination. We are trying to examine the design of PRPC. So now let's understand the design of application. That is what current application. Okay. Let's understand the design of current application and its built on application relation. Where is the relation defined? That's what we wanted to understand once. So now for this to know about, see, if you want to know the details of any rule in Pega, any component, if you want to know details, you have to go to definition. You have to go where? Definition. So let's look at the definition of implementation. First we'll go with framework, FW application, because we already logged in here, right? Why to log off and come back later? So let's look at the definition of FW application. What is the meaning of definition? If I say define yourself, what do you say? My name is so and so. Okay, I am from so and so place, and my father name is so and so. I am graduated from so and so college, so and so stream of education. Okay, study. Okay, all this you are defining yourself, your details. So definition of application means its details. What is its name? What is its ID? What is its built on application? You say about your father name, right? Same way application talks about what is its built on application. It is built on top of another application. What is that application? That relation will be available defined in the application definition. So FW application I logged in. So click on application menu. Thereafter choose definition. What do you choose? Definition. This is application menu, right? Click on this. Choose what? Definition. Means I am trying to look at the details of the currently logged in application. I logged into framework. So current application definition I'm seeing. Then it will show. There are so many things here. I'm not going to explain all of this. Remaining things will be explained later whenever we come across with the technical component. As of now, our focus is only on the concept of built-on application. What is the concept? You can see here, current application is GMAC INSU. That is what label is GMAC Insurance Group. Display name ID. Current application is GMAC INSU, for which there is a built-on application. What is the built-on application? Theme Cosmos. You remember we created our application on top of Theme Cosmos. I did not tell you much about this. For now also you ignore. So the built-on application for FW application is Theme Cosmos. Theme Cosmos. But actually, what is the built-on application we are expecting? Pega platform, correct?
Pega platform.
Now, let's look at the definition of Theme Cosmos. If I want to see the definition of Theme Cosmos, generally what should I do? I should log into Theme Cosmos, go to application menu, choose definition, correct? My ultimate goal is to open the definition of Theme Cosmos application. Yes or no? For that, I don't need to log in. From here itself, I can open. So we can open the definition of Theme Cosmos application by clicking on edit icon beside application name. What is that icon? I will show. This is application name, right? Beside this, here you have edit icon. Click on that edit icon. So it will open the definition of. Click on edit icon. That edit icon means open icon. It has opened the definition of Theme Cosmos application. So I am going level by level. I am going. What is the built-on application for it? Pega rules means Pega platform only, right? Pega platform or Pega rules. You can call either Pega rules or you can call it as a Pega platform. Anything is okay by calling. So I want to open the definition of Pega rules application. So ultimately, what is the base you are seeing? Pega platform you came to, right? Now look at the definition of Pega platform. You tell me the navigation. What should I do to see the definition of Pega platform?
Click on edit icon.
On the edit icon.
Open.
Anything you find and you have edit icon beside it, you can open by clicking on edit icon. If you click on edit icon, its definition will be opened. Click on open icon or edit icon. Anything is okay. Just say. This Pega platform application, that's what Pega rules or Pega platform. Does it have any built-on application?
No.
There is no built-on application for Pega platform or Pega rules app. What does it mean? That
That is
means
the base.
Pega platform is the foundation of all our applications. In between Theme Cosmos, you can ignore. You don't need to much think about it now. That's not required. So that's why in the diagram also I did not mention. You have to bother about Pega platform and you have to focus on your framework and implementation. Theme Cosmos you don't focus on now. We can learn it later whenever we have some time. Okay, that's what we expected, right? Next, in the same manner, in the same way, let's look at the definition of implementation application. Tell me, how can I proceed from here?
We need to log into implementation.
Log into implementation.
Framework, you cannot open implementation. But from implementation, can I open framework? That is possible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's possible.
That is possible. Because there you will see built-on application and all, you have edit icon, you can open. Let me log off here and log in back to implementation application. So devimpl@gmac.com, password rules. Login back. From there you go to Dev Studio. I'm not going to write like switch Dev Studio and all. Once or twice if you have done, next time you have to follow that. Okay. So from App Studio, I'm going to go to Dev Studio and App Explorer. That's not required actually. Now I logged in. Application menu, and then choose what? Definition. You are choosing definition. Choosing definition, it will open the details of the current application. What is the built-on application here?
GMAC.
We can see.
Frameworks.
Correct. We can see the built-on application is GMAC INSU. Correct. FW application means implementation application is built on top of framework. From here I can open the definition of framework, which is built on top of, if you ignore theme Cosmos, it is built on top of Pega. That's the ultimate structure we got. Means the relation between an application and its built on application is made in the application definition. This is editable. You click, I'm not editing, I'm trying to tell you. Okay. If you click the down arrow, you can choose any other application. If you want to change, you want to remove it from GMAC INSU and make it on top of Signa INS. You can choose that. And this version number, you don't bother about what is it, but click the down arrow and whatever comes you choose and then save. Saving this, going forward, what will happen is your GMAC vehicle insurance will come on top of Signa INS instead of GMAC. Okay, it can have more than one application also, but that's not required to discuss now. So there is a possibility you can modify. I'm not modifying. Now we will come to the question what we have discussed. What was the question? We made a mistake of creating implementation application on top of Pega platform directly instead of framework application. Framework application is created on top of Pega platform, which is expected. But implementation by mistake created on top of Pega platform instead of framework. I want to correct that. I want to bring my implementation on top of framework. This is the requirement given to you. If you want to solve this, you should know this. That's why reverse engineering is very, very important. Understand clear? What is the solution you are going to give? Tell me. The question is with you now. Okay, tell me the solution for it. Implementation application is there on top of Pega platform. Imagine you have to bring it on top of framework instead of Pega platform. What are the changes you are going to make?
Here,
And
here create add
We
application.
create one
We can create one framework
Framework.
and we can
you
edit
don't need to
the
do
build on
anything.
application.
We can directly.
Hold on. Framework is created already. It is there on top of framework, on top of Pega platform. Implementation also already created. That is also created on top of Pega platform. That is already there. You joined your project, it's already there. Now you got a requirement. Implementation is there on top of Pega platform. Disconnect it. Bring it on top of the framework. This is the requirement you got. Now tell me.
You can change and build an application.
We can directly change the.
We can directly change the
Directly change the definition.
Built on application.
You can change the
Got it. You will change the built-on application. So where do you change? In framework application or implementation? Implementation. Steps are log into implementation application, generally speaking. Log into implementation application. Go to its definition. You will find what? Pega rules you will find, and number 8 you will find here generally. You remove Pega rules and choose GMAC INSU. Remove number 8 and choose whatever comes in the drop down. You don't need to know about what number to be chosen. I'll tell you later about this number. And then save. It will be done. But you don't do it by logging to implementation. Frankly speaking, you have to log into administrator@pega.com and password install. After login there, don't bother about this navigation. Just for your information, I'm saying you'll be learning soon. So you go to application here, you will find all applications. Go to GMAC implementation application definition. This is the way to open from another application you are opening, some other application definition. Then you change. Understand? That's the right approach actually. By logging into current application, making changes is not correct. There will be some restrictions you don't know about that much depth now. You're a beginner. Okay. So the ultimate idea is important here. How you do is a different thing. Okay. Navigation is nothing. You have to go to definition of implementation application. There you find Pega rules, remove it, choose GMAC INSU, number from 8 to whatever comes in the drop down, you choose and then save. That's what you solved it. So that's why I was teaching this is the reason is very simple. Learning Pega is not learning navigations. Learning Pega is not about navigations. You learn navigations, that is forward engineering. You have to know reverse way. Where is this connections? These connection points you have to know. 70% of the business requirements that you get in a project are reverse engineering requirements only, not forward engineering. Who will create this framework implementation? By the time you join the project, these applications will be created and available. No doubt about it. Okay, no doubt. Suppose you are the first person to join the project, still, unless you are a tech lead, you will not do this type of task. This is not your task in reality. In real world, you will never get a task like create application and all unless you are doing a case study. Okay, real business application, who will create? Tech leads, 10 years, 15 years experience, that particular developers will be doing that. So as a developer of 3 years, 4 years, they will not ask you all these tasks. Understand? They will work together with business analyst. Who is that? Business analyst is a person who is acting as a intermediate person between developer and actual business. I will tell you going forward, business analyst role and all. Okay. So they work closely with the business people, understand the requirements, and they implement all this. They create it. Okay, clear everyone? Transaction model, flow diagrams, you will not create. By the time you join, it will be there mostly. You will modify. 75% of the business requirements are already created one, you have to modify. That's the reason why you have to learn forward engineering as well as reverse engineering. Learning forward engineering, sometimes you may not be able to know about connection points. But going back again, you will understand the connection points. Learning both is very, very important.
Sir, doubt.
Without giving advanced settings, see, if you create an application, someone is asking, if you create application without going to advanced settings, what is the problem? I will tell you. It will create implementation structure only. It will take a random name for the organization, which is not meaningful. Those are the two problems generally. Understand? Everything will be IMPL. Some person was trying to ask a doubt. Who was that? Can you please come now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Go
Sir, if you log in implementation application, we can see there are 3 applications. One is
Correct.
framework and another is Pega platform. Sir,
Correct.
but while you go for definition of the implementation and framework applications, we can get another built-on application, that is Theme Cosmos. It should be visible
That's
on
what
these 3
I am saying. You ignore it. That's actually some user interface related enhancements they created as small application. Pega itself is not showing. Why we need to bother about it as of now? Pega itself is not showing even though it is there. That's why I told you, please ignore for now. No need to think about it. Okay. Though 4 applications are there, Pega, is it showing the Theme Cosmos in the list anywhere? Here, relation it is there. Here it is not showing. Pega itself ignore displaying it because that's a minute thing. You don't need to focus on it for now. That's why don't focus on that. Okay. Okay. So with this, we are done with understanding the concept of implementation and framework application theoretically, practically, and connection points. Reverse engineer. Everyone clear? Okay. This is what learning means. Full-fledged learning. Somewhat. Okay. 75 to 80% we'll learn about this. So many other things are there. We'll be discussing. Next topic.
Sir,
What is
in
the
regards, you did
next topic?
something right.
Yes, please.
In regards, you did changes, right?
I didn't change anything. So far, I never changed anything.
Okay.
I just shown you that we can change, but I never made any changes. Understand? You don't make any changes. I've shown you this is the place we can change, and all, but I never did it. I showed you the possibility of modifying it. That's it. Understand?
Sir, can we get credentials if we unfortunately click on them?
Okay, what if you forgot the password of operator ID? Okay, but you know default credentials, right? By mistake you did not save that password. It will happen generally sometimes, but you have default credentials, right? This document I will share you today. How to change the password of an operator when you forget it. Okay, administrator@pega.com, password install. Okay, today I will share this document. All of you know how to log in. There you go to records. Okay, I will tell you all these explorers. When we are using it, you will come to know. No need to explain separately. Organization, operator ID. Going with this navigation, you will see all operator IDs available in Pega. Okay, that is, you want to, you know the operator ID, at least you should remember the operator ID. Okay, so some operator ID you wanted to modify its password because you forgot. Open that operator ID by clicking on, go to security tab, update password. It will not ask you the old password. It will not ask you whatever the old, no problem. Give the new password and confirm password. That will be changed. I will share this document by mistake. If you forgot to note down that password generated, you will follow this document. My connection was lost while asking the question. No problem. If you forget the password of an any operator ID, you have default credentials, right? Administrator@pega.com, password install, login there, go to records, organization, operator ID, all will be opened. One you open from there, click on it, go to security tab, and you can update anyone's password here. Are you going to do that? Intentionally, are you going to do? You are a developer, right? You log into development server. Here you will find only maximum 10 to 20 operators because you are in development environment. Your colleagues, are you going to change that password?
No.
You will be fired out. If that is one time, okay, no problem. Every time you are doing, okay. Next thing is, we are going to discuss about these concepts. Okay, next topic, organization structure. We need to know about it before we proceed forward. That's very, very important. There are two things I'm going to tell you: organization structure. This is one thing, just 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. After this, I'm going to tell you about object-oriented programming concepts, object-oriented programming system concepts, object-oriented programming system. See, you might be already aware of it. Some of you might be already aware of it. Okay, basics of Java, C. Anyone who learn any programming language which is related to object oriented, you might be aware of it. But we should know about all these things in detail. Once we are done with not all concepts, after three done, we compare the same. Oops in Pega. Oops in Pega. With respect to Pega, we have to understand. Once that is done, we are good to go ahead and start working on the business requirements further, working with UI, working with business logic, working with database related components, all that we can start. So this will take 2 days time, today and tomorrow. Okay, we'll see organization structure first. Generally, in a general point of view, in a real world, if you are going to start an organization, that means a company. So organization is topmost business entity. What is organization? Topmost business entity is called as organization. It is called as organization. Generally, organization has 3 levels, that is organization level, division level, unit level. Possibility is there, subunits. Possibility is there that it can have so many subunits and all. Hierarchy can be multiple levels, but at a higher level, you have 3 layers, 3 levels: organization, division, and unit. Look at here the diagram. I will show you the diagram. Okay, a simple diagram I will show you. Wait. Okay, there was a power failure. Okay, power cut was there. That's why I changed the network. Okay, sometimes it may happen, not so frequently. Just last, whenever power cut is here, I think I informed you, right? I'm going to connect back. Did you get that message from me? Audio? I'm not very much sure. Power cut is there. Just hold on. Am I audible clearly now? Everyone of you?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah, you
audible?
are.
Yes,
You
sir.
can
We
answer.
will go now.
Yes,
Just please hold on. And we will go now. See, I was talking about organization structure, just to let you know the information about it, because every login ID which we create, right, that is like an employee ID who works in an organization, in a division, under some unit. The general structure of an organization is organization under which it can have n number of divisions, and under each division it can have n number of units. This is a real world setup. I'm not saying simply like Pega. It's not only related to Pega. Generally, if we set up a business in the real world, we'll set up the topmost business entity. Let's say, for example, Reliance Industries, under which there will be divisions: Reliance Retail Division, Reliance Telecommunications Division, and Reliance Petroleum Chemicals Division. Under each division, okay, let's say Reliance Retail. Under Reliance Retail, it may have Reliance Online Services, okay, e-commerce, and Reliance Stores outside. Okay, two different services. Reliance Electronics can be there. All are related to that particular division, different units. And let's say we have Reliance, what is the other one? Telecommunication, under which Reliance Jio is available, Reliance Broadband is available, and maybe even other things can be available. Okay, other networks can be available. These all come under one division as different units, right? So generally organization setup will be done like, there will be a topmost business entity called as organization. For the entire business, that is the topmost one, under which we will be having divisions. Under each division we will be having n number of units. If you know this structure, then you can properly work in Pega. Without knowing this, you cannot work. Please mute. Okay, please mute someone. Just I'm changing network connection again. Okay, otherwise we'll proceed, no problem. See, generally, if you have an organization structure set up like this, out of these three levels, at which level the business transactions will trigger and processed? There should be a starting point for triggering the business transactions, right? So I'll tell you another example. You can easily understand. Let's take a movie production house. Movie production house is the organization. They will be producing the movies. Under each movie production house, once they produce the product, they will pass on that product to different distributors. Yes or no? So there are distributors across the country. Okay, distributors here are divisions. Each distributor is connected to different cinema halls in their region. These cinema halls, theaters, these are units. These are units. Under organization, you have n number of divisions. Under division, you have units. At which level the actual business transaction processing will happen? If you directly go to production house and ask them to purchase the ticket,
Units.
they're going to give it. Though they have, they won't give. If you go to distributor and ask them, I want to purchase tickets, they are authorized to do that? No. Then who is authorized? What is the authorized place to do that? Cinema halls. You go there,
unit
transaction will
level.
be initiated. That's the actual business to run, purchase, sales of that. In the same way, if you take a car manufacturing company, go to Tesla manufacturing, top level Tesla organization is there. They will manufacture cars. They supply to the below level. What level? There will be again distributors in the market. They will send it to, let's say, statewide distributors. Okay, and that distributors, they won't sell it directly. They will send it to below units, which are called as outlets. They'll send it to outlets. Out of these three levels, at which level the sales will happen? Outlets. Correct. So organization setup should be done like this. If you are going to create your business structure this way, it is easy to extend. I'll tell you the common features which are needed. I mean, like the components which are needed for different units will be supplied by their division. For all divisions, who will supply the components? Organization will supply the components. how this structure is there in the real world. The same way your application also should follow to have the structure. So your digital products are nothing magical. What is there? A physical establishment. Replicate it and make it as digital product. If your digital product is not aligning with the structure of the real world, does it make any sense? Does it make any sense?
No.
It should align or not? All your digital products should align with the real world physical structures. Otherwise, this will not align with the real business. That's a wrong way of design. If you are designing a digital product to implement a business digital transactional processing, you should clearly know about the physical establishment and the physical structure of the business. Accordingly, you create your digital product structure. Same way, it should be copy paste. It should be like a Xerox of the digital, physical into digital. Then only it will be correct. Screen is not stuck. I am not accessing actually. I am not accessing since past 5 minutes. I'm just showing you the diagram. That's it. Now I am accessing it. Okay. So this is what about organization structure. How many layers are there? 3 layers are there. The topmost layer is called as organization, and below that n number of divisions can be there. Below each division units can be there. Unit is the one where business transaction processing can be initiated, can be processed, and can be ended, can be closed, simply to say. Am I audible clearly, every one of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. Audible.
Okay. Thank you for information. And here you go now. See, if we are going to further create our functional components, we will follow this structure of organization and we do it. We must follow. That is very, very important. See, for listening, it is very simple. The structure is very simple. Organization is there, under which you have a number of divisions. Under each division, you create units and all. But when you are doing it practically, if you are being given with a requirement, you have to create one, either UI or business logic or something. At which level this component to be placed? That's the biggest challenge for a developer. Should I create this component in organization level or division level or unit level? To understand that, we need to know about one concept called inheritance. What is the concept? Inheritance. But before inheritance, I'll tell you classes, types of classes, and inheritance. All this we are going to discuss. Now we are going to get into OOPS concepts. As part of the next learning, we are going to go with OOPS concepts in general. Maybe you are thinking like, I already know about OOPS concepts. Okay. Till what extent you know or you have a clear understanding of OOPS concepts, you will come to know. You will come to know about while you are learning here. It's not that what you read in textbooks simply. Okay. It's not that what you are learning from other institutions. Inheritance means acquiring the properties from parent class to child class. Not these definitions. Okay. You have to clearly understand this in real world. Learning inheritance is just like this. But whenever you get a requirement, at which level the implementation should be done is a big challenge for a developer. That's what you have. If you want to be a good techie, you should know technology as well as the real business. Both you have to learn. Then only you will be called as a techie. You don't understand the business, but you are a technical guy. Will you be able to implement it? No, you will not be able to. You know, technology is 70% like that. But functionally, you understand the business structure clearly and very well. You understand its structure and everything. Then you will be able to do it. So it's very, very important for a developer to know about the actual business structure. Actual business structure before you learn. And I mean to say, like, technology, learning technology, aligning with business is very, very important. Don't learn technology independently like definitions. Acquiring super class properties, class is a blueprint, object is a skeleton. This is not learning. Okay. So learn it properly. We'll discuss. See here. In the object-oriented programming concepts, the order I'm going to write here. We are going to learn in this order. Class, and then I will tell you inheritance. And then I will tell you inheritance. And next I will take types of classes. What is that? Types of classes. Then after I will take once again inheritance. revisit. Okay, once this has been done, we are good to go ahead and proceed forward to understand about OOPS concepts in Pega. You may be asking me polymorphism and all, what about that? That will also come later, not now. Okay, so class, inheritance, types of classes, inheritance again we will revisit. First we can look at class. What is this class? See, in an object-oriented programming system, it was said that if you are creating any functional components, if you want to create any functional components like maybe UI related components or business logic related components or database related or security, anything, any functional component you are creating, place these components inside a in you can say inside or under, okay, inside a
class.
box. Simply to tell you, box. So that's a general terminology. Actually you call it as a, let's say, unit structure. Inside an unit structure, one unit structure. Okay, that in other words I'm saying like a box. Okay, you understand box very well, correct? Okay, so you take a box container, inside the container you place everything, functional components. We already discussed, if you remember, application is container of functional components. Yes or no? That statement I have already given you on day one. Application contains functional components. But now I am saying something controversial. I am saying class is a container of functional components. In other words, what I am saying, this statement, class is container of what? Functional components. That's what I am saying in Pega or in general OOPS concept. Two definitions I told you. Application is container of functional components. Class is container of functional components. Which one is true? Both are true. How? How both are true? I will show you. Diagram I will take. This is rule set related. I want application related. Where is application? Okay, I'll take the simple diagram. Here you go. Application. Why this is showing like this? I don't know. Okay, simply I'll take this. See here. Application contains functionalities. Now I am telling class contains functionalities. Which one out of these two is true? Both are true. How? See, actually class contains functional components. Not application doesn't contain directly. Application contains classes. Application contains what? Classes. Application is collection of classes inside it. Classes collection of functional components. Now ultimately functional components are also there inside application. On day one, why I did not mention classes contains are inside application? Because you don't understand classes that time. So I told you Amazon application, search functionality, UI functionality, shopping cart functionality, checkout functionality, and payment gateway functionality. If I tell you classes will be there, difficult to imagine that time. That's why I simply told you Amazon application contains these many functionalities, application contains functionalities. Ultimately, a functional component is there inside application only. But functional components you create inside classes, those classes will come inside application. Functional component in the sense that may be UI component, business logic, or a database. Take Amazon application, search screen is there, right? That is UI functional component. Search logic will be there inside business logic. That is business logic functional component. Search on the database by writing the queries, by executing the queries. Those are database functional components, are some queries that gets executed. Understand? Functional component in the sense some piece of task that will be done by the digital product. That may be UI product, that may be business logic, that may be database related. Understand clear everyone? Just for today I am telling you at a high level what is class. Class is container of functional components. One more point, application is container of classes. Classes will be there inside application, whereas class is container of functional components. Means every functional component has two contexts. One is a functional component is inside some class, inside some application. Yes or no? I'm not simply teaching this. Same we will see practically. While we are practically navigating and creating, we will create something UI, customer details UI. You should place that inside one class, should choose, and you should choose some application to place inside. Clear everyone? Practically whatever we are going to do, same I am explaining. Okay. So application contains classes, classes contains function. We are done with creating application. What about classes? We have to actually create. But Pega has automatically created those classes. Some classes it has created. We will also see manually how to create. Tomorrow, I will explain you more about inheritance concept in general, then types of classes, which is very, very important. Okay. And after this is completed, again inheritance revisit, then Pega inheritance. Pega, what is OOPS? How it is being used. I will show you classes in Pega and all. Thereafter, we can start practical. Okay, it will take 1 hour time to explain all this tomorrow, but it is very, very important. While explaining this,
Okay.
I will not simply tell you definitions, create one top class, create a bottom class, define inheritance relation, it can access, not only simply like that. Reason, why you need inheritance in reality. Why someone has introduced inheritance concept in object-oriented programming system. Why should we follow? When should we follow? All that you should be knowing about it. Okay, then only you are learning in a proper way. Understand clear everyone? So it's 9 o'clock now. We can wind up for
Yes, sir.
today. I will be sharing these documents now itself. Please give me a moment. What is your demo class, right? 609 demo. So see, maybe while listening to the class, it might be pretty much clear and easy to understand. But once you start practical, you will get so many doubts. Unless you go through all of this once again, where you write your own notes, highlight points, summary points, draw your own diagrams to understand this, it will not retain in your mind. Okay, you read today, after 15 days, you'll forget. After 15 days, a lot of confusion. So take a notebook, just don't write everything, whatever I am teaching. I'm already giving you theory documents. Highlight points, summary points you draft in your notebook if possible, and draw diagrams to understand much better, like what I am doing, simple boxes and all to understand, so that you will never forget, and revision also will be easy when you go through your notes. Okay, we will wind up for today. We will continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining everyone.